Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites. How we doing today? I did not get to watch the entire interview with Lennox. I seen the part of the clip that went viral, and it's going into a topic that I may have to cover beyond today about women's standards, because not only was it the Lennox interview piece, but also a conversation that Hamp was having with the ladies last night, which ties heavily into the standards and what women want and all of these different things. And I think one of the main things that we're going to have to get through our heads, and more or less the men going to have to, brothers, my good brothers, what these Instagram chicks and goofballs get online to say about what they need a man to have and about what kind of money the man got to have to date them, whether they're on Kendra G, whether they're just on their own TikToks, whether they're just on Instagram popping their gums, this, that, and a third, talking about he gotta have $100,000 and this and that. Brothers, please, it's false. It's just a lie. It's just a lie. When women be coming on there, they be talking about a fantasy, an ideal, something that they would like. They are not describing their realities. They're not. They're not at all. I mean, just think about it. The women that get on Kendra G talking about a man got to make $200,000 a year to be with her. Do she know a man that make $200,000 a year? And if she do know a man, she don't know she know him, because she don't know how much money he got. She got 3 baby daddies and don't none of them make no money. So what is she saying versus what is her reality? What I just said gonna make more sense as we go on. What I just said, but are y'all kind of with me so far? Thank you. Women who are grounded are not talking like this. And the women who are grounded are not on the internet talking about what a man gotta have. See, these are birds. Just like it's a new thing talking about we gotta charge these men a deposit to date us. Do you think women that have their head on straight are actually getting on the internet to say something as asinine and as ridiculous as you have to charge a deposit to date me, or all those birds? And for the birds that's saying it, how many of them do you think are actually trying to enforce a deposit before they take a date with a guy they like? Like, at some point, we got to start laughing at the bird talk. At some point, the bird talk cannot have this amount of weight. At some point, bird talk cannot have this amount of weight. It's bird talk. The fact that the bird talk is being given actual credence as, oh my God, this is what women want today. That's why they keep doing bird talk. Because it goes viral and all of this other foolishness. Meanwhile, women who are actually living life ain't sat nowhere, not one time, and told no man or even insinuated it that he should give her some type of deposit or something to go on a date with her. If anything, they're paying deposits to go on dates because the women are the ones who are paying to go to these singles mixers that the men aren't showing up to. So who's really paying the deposit? The men or the women?
I think I have a thing for toxic energy. So I think there's still some more healing that I need to do, because when I look back on all of these energies, it's a shame I gave them so much time and there were sweet energies that I didn't.
Yeah.
And so now I see those sweet energies getting married and starting families. I'm just like, dang, that probably could have been me if I recognized the security in those individuals at the time. And like now I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely feeling that now. I'm aware that there's something going on. There's something wrong.
What do you think it is that attracts you to like toxic energy?
I think they just seem really exciting at first. The chemistry is incredible. And they don't even always be fine. It's not even that like they're sexy or something. I mean, well, they're sexy, but they don't be the finest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's just an energy. It's sometimes it's convenience, what we talk about. A lot of the sweeter energies that I felt like weren't for me. I felt I could see myself falling asleep a little bit on the phone. So I don't know if that's like, if boring is good or not. Like, I'm trying to figure out what that means. Like,
it's the thrill.
Yeah.
It's the thrill of it.
Yeah.
What's
absolutely.
your sign?
I think I have a thing.
And here's the thing. No, ain't no healing going on. You got that right, Amanize. Ain't no healing going on. None. No healing. Talking about it was boring. That so-called boringness is not boring so much as it is a calmed nervous system. It's just calm. It is simply stable. That is not boring. Nothing boring about that. Because a stable man, see, we have so many false equivalencies connected to stuff. And this is one reason why we can't wade through anything properly. We have attached attraction to money. We have attached stability to boring. We have attached good women to ugly. We have made all of these attachments and associations between things that are not associated and that don't actually have anything to do with one another. And then we're hyper focusing on a certain subset of women and men, when the reality is that a certain subset of women and men are to be ignored anyway. The men are supposed to ignore the birds. Talking about good men get overlooked by women, or blue collar men get overlooked by, they get overlooked by which women? Which ones? Which ones? Who? I'm trying to figure that out. Because blue collar men that I have ever known are mostly married. So somebody didn't look over him. They be married with kids, whole families, stable. They wife be in the house, or you know what I'm saying, like she be being a wife. He got overlooked by who? The bird? The big booty bird that didn't want to have nothing to do with him because he wasn't exciting enough, and because she wanted man and him, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, because he was them. First of all, the amount of scammers and all that kind of stuff is actually a minority of everybody, especially those who are making money doing it. And you got more women out here scamming than anything. They doing the scamming. So they don't got to get with the scammer. They are the scammer. And if they do get with the scammer, they both scamming. You got folks attaching looks to jobs. Talking about the blue collar men ain't fine. Where? When? How? What that got to do with anything? And which blue collar men ain't fine? Where that come from? When women have always liked a man in some type of uniform doing some type of masculine thing. Women have always, by and large, women have always liked that. They like men in some type of uniform and or doing some type of work. Women always like that. Just because a bird on the internet somewhere said she don't want no man with no 9 to 5. So she a bird. And of course she don't want no man with no 9 to 5. Her 2 baby daddies ain't got no job. Of course not. But that don't mean her standard is high. That means she a bird and she goofy. Yes, please leave those men alone. Leave the stable men with stable income and a stable mind. Leave him alone. Please, I beg of you. We're going to listen to a little bit of the women don't be thinking about the saving of the repairs. Let me just tell you that. The men think of that. Let me just be real frank with you. When women like men doing fixing stuff and stuff like that, we like a couple of ideas. We like the idea that he's handy with his hands. Okay, he's capable. It proves certain things, that he's capable, he's handy, he thinks things through. He's able to, you know what I'm saying, maintain. That's a part of the provision aspect of him. And then on top of that, it's just masculine. It's masculine. So we like masculine. We just like masculine. The last thing we're thinking about is the money being saved. That's just a plus. That's just okay, yeah, we would save money on calling a plumber because my husband do know how to fix that. And then we take pride in that. My husband know how to fix that. My husband know how to do that. Oh yeah, he know how to do that. We take pride in that kind of stuff. It's a turn on. We're not really thinking about the money. Let's be honest. The women are not thinking about it. The men have thought about the money saving aspect. The women have not thought about that. Not that's not at the forefront. That's more towards the back. But I want to share and once again shout out to Ham's panel. Oh, right. Be hyping them up when they be fixing stuff like, ooh, baby, ooh, Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole turn on, really. But when you have birds,
passing them up. But good for you, because you were looking at the outside and now really looking to what really matters: integrity, someone who has a purpose, someone who knows how to save, invest, someone who knows how to lead, someone who's good with their hands. I don't know.
Y'all keep sleeping on those plumbers.
Yeah, but if he ugly, you ain't seeing none of that shit.
But that's the thing, though. Like, I don't
why I'm the woman. I'm the one who's supposed to be pretty. He's not supposed to be pretty. I am. I'm the one.
I ain't said nothing about him being pretty. I just said he looked good. I don't mean
he was ugly.
Yeah. There are ugly niggas. What are you talking about?
He's just unattractive. We don't call them ugly. Okay.
Well, there's some ugly. Most people are average. That's what I'm saying. Like, why do we always default to, oh, he ugly? No, he might just be average looking.
Yeah. No, average niggas be cute. But what I said. If he ugly, you won't see him no fucking way.
Well, that's not the first thing I mean, that's not. I dated some very handsome people. I dated some not so handsome people. It's how they are.
Personality,
like,
yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's how they are. Now I'm gonna share something with y'all. And I'm gonna speak from a woman's point of view, not a bird point of view. I'm gonna speak from a woman's point of view. And I'm gonna speak to the men. Your version of attraction and women's version of attraction are different. Okay. When women are attracted to a man, his physical look is important, but it's not always number one. Okay. His physical looks is important up to the point where we feel like we would want to have sex with him. Okay. His other attributes culminate into his attractiveness and his sexy. Because a man that is not facially, we don't look for men to be, they ain't got to be pretty boys. We don't really be looking for pretty men, if that makes sense. Now, he don't got to be the monster from the Black Lagoon, but we don't need him to be pretty. But a man to a woman, a man's attractiveness is comprised of a couple of things. His physical look is one. So we're not going to completely discount that. His physical look is one, because you have to have some kind of physical attraction to this man. But his physical attraction can go up or down dramatically based upon his aura, the way he carry himself, how he show up in the world. Okay? To further elucidate this point, let's tackle the concept that women only want thugs. No. I'm going to tell you what women actually want. Now, there is a percentage of birds that do only want like gangbangers and thugs and prison dudes, and I'm not talking about them. We're gonna leave them out of the conversation at this point. For women, this is what we're looking for. We are looking for men who act like men, and men we feel safe with. That's what we want. When a woman tell you she don't want a soft dude, soft is not equated to whether or not he ever been to prison, or whether or not he was a street dude, or whether or not he was in a gang, or that's not what soft is equated to. When we say, I don't want a soft man, what we mean is we don't want a man that presents in the world in such a way that other men feel that it would be easy to disrespect him or step to him. That's what we want. A man that carries himself in such a way where other men don't feel he's an easy target to them. We don't want to be with a man that other men don't respect his presence, or they would get in his face, or they would feel free to like talk to him any kind of way or kind of do him any kind of way. We don't like being with men like that, because that whatever he's projecting has other men disrespecting him. And if other men disrespect him, he can't bring respect to me. They won't respect me because they don't respect the man that I'm with. If he can't protect him, he can't protect me. So we don't feel safe with that. Other dudes kind of punk you all the time. Like, you be getting punked. You may be a cool guy. You would treat me well. But women have an attraction to safety and security as much as we have an attraction to somebody's physical attributes. So when we are with, because like my first husband was not a thug. He wasn't no street dude. He had never been arrested. He had never been in no type of legal trouble or nothing. When I met him, he was working as the stock boy in the supermarket. That's what and this was 98, and he was making like $14 an hour, which was good in 98, right? So that's who he was. He wasn't no street dude, but he wasn't a punk. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't no gang dude or nothing like that. He nothing like that. But the way he carried himself, there was nothing punk about him. So other men didn't feel like they could get in his face or nothing like that. i.e., he carried himself like a man. Right? So he carried himself like a man, and that was attractive. That was attractive. I did feel safe with him. So when we were going places, and I knew that other men would not be so quick to be trying to, you know what I'm saying, do nothing or say nothing to him. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Do that make sense? Like, does that make sense to y'all? To the men specifically, what I'm saying about just being a man, because it's a lot of men who pride themselves on being men. Can't no dude just do anything. And I know plenty of men who are not no street thugs or nothing, but you cannot punk them. You can't do it. So soft is not the opposite of street, is the point that I'm getting to. Just because he's not some kind of quote unquote what we would assume to be a thug or a street dude does not automatically make him a soft dude. That's crazy. That's actually kind of crazy. It's crazy for any bird to think that. And it's crazy for any man to really give credence to that when birds be talking. Because the men know better than any woman the reality of being a man. So he know that whether he been to jail or not, whether he been in the street or not, whether he was a straight A student or a dropout, whether he got a college degree or a GED, no matter what he got to be a man. And he has to be a man around other men. And particularly black men understand this lesson if don't know other men get it. Because usually in the black neighborhood and in the black culture, it doesn't matter how far that boy go, that black boy go. He grew up where he had to be a man, whether he was smart, dumb, intelligent, it doesn't matter what he was. It didn't matter what he was. The environment that we grow up in don't allow him to just wimp out because he's a straight A student. What do that mean? Matter of fact, he probably got to be tougher because somebody gonna try to punk him because he's a straight A student. So he gonna have to go somewhere and pop somebody in the mouth to let them know, don't let the good grades and the graduation hat fool you. We're going to go on a quick commercial break. So after these messages, we'll be right back. I need everybody to go to ashkicking.com. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. If you want to keep your skin looking and feeling its absolute best, then you need the body butter that is on the screen right now. All right. Once again, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. If this is going to be your first order, please take advantage of the 10% discount using the promo code Crimson at checkout. Once again, the link is pinned to the top of the chat, ashkicking.com. I owe you guys a bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button. Bam, bam. You got to go ahead and hit the like button. Thank you, J Mill. So Ari is the average insufferable DC woman. Thank you so very much. But now y'all know what it is.
One, two.
It feels amazing. I like how it's making you do the push.
This right here is official. Never really saw anything like this before. How do you know when you're doing a proper push up? You gotta go all the way down, chest touching the floor, coming back up full extension. But now that you told me how to do it, now how you know when you're doing it? You don't know, and you won't know unless you have what it is. Nah, that was fine. That was fine. And make sure it keeps you accountable. Accountability is everything. So
incredible. You can't cheat.
great.
You go all the way down and all the way up, and that's one solid rep. Good money.
That's it. It's no arguing, no debating, no questioning. All the way down, all the way up. You got to start and finish the same way. Check out my shit. I'm glad.
Fucking crib right now.
So I know you guys like that. All right. So what you want to do is I'm going to put this link. Link is in the chat. theproperpush.com/VIP. So what the Proper Push is a revolutionary push-up enhancement device, okay? There is not anything on the market that is for push-ups and that is like the proper push. This is a device that not only allows you to do a push-up, but a proper push-up, going all the way down so that your chest hits the lower button and going all the way back up so that your back hits the upper button, therefore allowing the machine to count your rep and correct your push-up form at the same time. Because most people understand that they're supposed to go up and down, but the issue is that no one knows when they've done a complete rep, a complete push-up rep. And so the proper push is a revolutionary push-up enhancement device that is designed to do exactly that. Correct your push-up form, among other things. It has a counter so that you don't have to worry about counting your reps. And it only counts when that bottom button and that top button is pushed in succession. So it makes certain that you are doing a proper push before it even counts one at all. It also has a plank mode for those who don't have the core strength to actually do a push-up, for beginners, for many women don't have the strength to do an actual push-up. So plank mode is there to allow you to hold yourself up in plank position, getting that core strength that you need in order to perform a proper push. And also the timer mode is for advanced and elite athletes who are mastering their form, and therefore you can see how many proper pushes you can do in 60 seconds. So what you want to do is hit the link that's in the chat. Let me pin it really quickly. You want to hit the link that is now pinned to the top of the chat. And what that's going to do is bring you to the page in front of you right now. We're starting a Kickstarter campaign very soon. So what you want to do is unlock your exclusive VIP spot. So what you do is put your email in, click reserve launch invite, and what that's going to do is invite you to reserve your VIP spot. So once you put your email in, verify that email, and then look for that reserve launch invite email. That's the most important part, because and you want to look carefully because sometimes it might show up in your spam inbox. So you want to check your junk and your spam as well. You want to lock in your VIP spot. The spots are only 100 of them. So you're going to be getting 20% off the proper push when that product is ready to launch. And like I said, there's only going to be 100 spots for this. You're going to get exclusive proper push merch, instant alerts when the Kickstarter goes live, and first access to early bird Kickstarter rewards, and also limited deals. So you want to make sure that you are clicking this link right now. Thank you so much. Okay. So we're not going to be here too much longer. Okay. Let me go back.
Right. So I'm glad that you said that. I'm glad that you said that though, Coco. Because when we talk about the person, I think that's where we kind of disconnect. Like I heard y'all talk about looks. I feel like if you are genuinely attracted to a man based off of his look, like y'all are shallow. That's shallow as fuck to me. Like it's real fucking shallow. Then with you, Mama Coco, when you were talking about the working, I feel like yes, we definitely. I don't feel like the blue collar man is overlooked. I don't feel like the working man is overlooked. I just feel like with the men, and it's not even the men, I feel like as a whole, there is a disconnect as far as unrealistic expectations on both the female and the man side as far as why we're not getting this right. I don't feel like it's just because they're being overlooked because of their job. We know they get into the dollar. We know that. Like, so I'm just that's my only disconnect with what you
But you know that most
Hang
ladies
on,
do not. You know that, Sadia.
No,
You
most
know that.
ladies do. When I
Most
tell
women do
you,
not know that
so we always like to revert back to social media. So I don't know about y'all, because apparently y'all on the niggas ain't shit sector of fucking social media. On my sector, I'm looking at women that get up every day, that do their wifely duties, and these are blue collar men. Like, they're not celebrities, they're not no drug dealer niggas on the corner, they're regular men. So I'm just
most of the blue collar men are already married. That's why
already married.
And actually Mary Berry, by saying that, still man Sadia's point. Sadia's point was that these blue collar men have women already. They have women. They have them. Whether they married or dating, they have women. And Mary, I don't know if she was challenging Sadia's point or whatever, but she ended up still manning it because she said, well, they're married. Yeah. Which means that at some point, these men were not overlooked. They were not overlooked. They was trying to play Sadia, but I kind of more or less agreed with the overarching point that Sadia was trying to make. She was trying to say what I said earlier in the show. Folks get on this internet and pop their gums. What's the reality? Because you will find that women will get on the internet, like I said, oh, he got to have $100,000. He got to have $200,000. They don't know these men. Women do not know what kind of money men have. They don't. They don't have a clear estimation. Unless that woman makes $100,000 herself, she doesn't actually know what $100,000 or $200,000 lifestyle looks like. She don't know that. Women just want to be able to say, oh, my man got a little money. She don't know. What woman is really asking a man how much he make annually? That's not a real question. Because if she trying to vibe with you and she like you, she is not asking you that. And by the same token, that's just like men don't really in the real world ask no woman what her body count is. That's not a real question. That's an internet question. That's not a real question. Because if that man like you, he is not really asking you that. Now, he may ask you other questions, but he's not asking you that. So at some point, we got to make sure that we're actually touching grass and understanding how people are actually living. Because you'll hear men get on the internet and talk about all these bad chicks and and they baby mama be ugly. So how do we reconcile that? You pull every bad chick, but your baby mama fat. Now the wife that you want, she got to be fit and looking good, but your baby mama is 236 pounds. And she's short. And the only redeeming quality about her body is her booty real big. You start asking him about the last few women that he took seriously, and they were not the dime pieces that they be getting on talking about, I only deal with, right. Because when you like her, she just got to be cute enough for you. Okay. So nobody is actually living up to these so-called preferences and so-called standards. He got to be rich. No, he don't. No, he don't. Because the next dude that she like his vibe and she like how he carry himself, she's not even going to ask him how much money he got, let alone require him to be wealthy. She just want to know if he got a place to stay on his own. You know what I'm saying? Do he got a little car, something like that? Do he seem to be able to be standing on his own 2 feet? That's what they be looking at. Oh, his apartment is kind of nice, girl. He got some money. She don't know what he got. He dressed a little nice. She don't know how much that stuff costs. She don't know if he going to Neiman Marcus to buy it or if he real good at going to the thrift store to pick out slacks and stuff like that. She don't know. Yeah, baby, they don't even know what a $100,000 lifestyle look like. She don't know. She think that's rich. That's how you know they don't know. Because they be saying $100,000 like that's $100 million. They be, you know what I'm saying? They be saying $100,000 a year like this man can take them on 3, 4, 5 vacations every year. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how they talk. That's how you know it's not rooted in reality. It ain't no reality to that. They're not speaking in reality, and they're certainly not speaking about no reality they're living. Thank you. Burlington, get you together. You go over there and get you some clothes. And I would advise the men not to sleep on Shein because Shein got men clothes. It's just that a bunch of women buy from Shein, but don't get it twisted. Shein has men clothes. I done seen slacks, blazers, shirts, men's jogging, men's pants. I done seen all kind of men's wear. They got men's wear. We're going to just listen to a little bit more because I'm going to actually get on up out of here in just a minute.
But they're still so already married. So if they're already married and this is the standard that they're setting and they're stating, hey, these are good men. They are regular men. They're providing these stuff. I feel like these regular women looking at this regular man and this regular woman being successful in that relationship, they're going to go and say, hey, I want a regular man, a blue collar man, a working man, a hard going man. But the disconnect is we like to just say, oh, he has a good job. He's intellectually smart. That's a good person.
No, the disconnect is most women don't believe they're regular.
Most women know that they're regular.
No, they don't. They don't.
The disconnect, I'm gonna say this, and the disconnect with them two, those last couple of statements, is Mary Berry is referring to how women get on this internet and try to cap like they all know that they're tens. And what Saudia is saying is they know they're not. Even if they get online to cap about, oh, I look so good and I'm so fine and this, that, and the third, and I'm bad. And they know for a fact they're not. They know they're not. You know when you fine and when you ain't. I don't care how you hype yourself up. I don't care what you say about yourself or what you think about yourself. You can get online all day and talk about how fine you is. Strippers all think they fine, but it's some ugly strippers. Strippers would swear to God that they the sexiest, finest women that you know. And strippers be ugly. Not all of them, but you can find you some bugaboos up in there. You can find you some bugaboos. It is some bugaboos. They're stripped for money. She just can dance real good. And you know what I'm saying? Her body might be looking all right or something like that, man. You take that all that makeup off and that 30-inch rainbow bust down off and she a whole booger wolf under there. She ugly. She ugly. And she knows she ugly. That's why she on the stripper pole. Cause she got self-esteem issues and body image issues. That's why she on the pole anyway, because she's trying to get the attention out of men that she would never get walking down the street in her regular clothes and some regular and looking regular. Cause she average or a little bit below. So the only way that she could get these men to look her way and throw a little money and, you know what I'm saying, and enjoy her company is she feel like, well, I got to get up on there and be naked and twist around and twerk around and roll around and all that kind of stuff. And then can make me some money with it. And then at the same time, I could get all of this male attention. They be gassed themselves up. They be gassed up. It's the same situation on Instagram. That's why all these birds pictures be from behind, because she knows she average. That's why they're on Instagram posting the pictures. Please understand this. I need everybody to understand that. These women are not posting pictures because they know they're fine. They're posting pictures to get the validation that they would not get if there was no such thing as social media to post a thirst trap picture on. Only the real fine ones know they fine. But the world tell them they fine. Women know that they're average. That's what Sadia is saying. They know it, regardless of what say come out their mouth. We gotta start looking at what is the reality of these people's lives that they live in. He gotta have $200,000, and she don't know what that looked like, and she ain't never had no man that had that kind of money to begin with. She just picked a number because it sound good and it sound like she'll be able to have this certain kind of lifestyle if she say that. But she does not know that. Them women that get on Kendra G and be looking crazy in the camera, talking about her next man gotta have $250,000 a year, and she got a 6-month-old little baby and 2 more babies with 2 more men. You really think that she is getting that? And do you really think that she's not going for a man that ain't gonna go for her without it? Right. They ain't nobody seen nobody tax returns. Nobody. She wouldn't know which line item to look at if you did show it to her. But I'm gonna get on up off in here. We may have to continue this conversation. I don't know yet. I'm not gonna promise a part 2 to this, but I did want to come and present this conversation to you guys today. But I got to cut out of here a little bit early. So jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, is the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.